My name is Christopher Marquez. I go to St. Philip Neri in Midwest City. Was born cradle Catholic, born and raised. Kind of grew up with the mindset of knowing what to do as a Catholic, but not really knowing why I do them. So Mass for me growing up was a system of behaviors, a system of protocol. It seemed like I was just checking off the list, things that I did. I went to confession, I received communion, and made sure to abide by any of the feast days, any of the penance days during Lent. It seemed pretty methodical, and for me, I lost a lot of the true reality, the teachings behind it, because I kind of fell into the comfort of a systematic approach to it. Coming to the faith study was kind of an act of God. Was under the impression that it was actually a Bible study, and little did I know when I got there, it was completely different. It was a group of people, peers of mine, who were in similar places in their lives, big families, daily struggles with work, with relationships. And when I started going to this, I started to recognize more and more my need to want to have a relationship with Jesus, to have a relationship with God. And that was one huge aspect that I didn't have growing up. I knew God intellectually, but I didn't know Him personally. And so this has been a great journey in me and for my wife as well. Since I've done this faith study, it has given me an opportunity to have a vulnerable relationship with God, one that I wish so many people can find and have. Not to mention being able to be vulnerable with and intimate with other people who are also struggling to have this relationship. And so it's been great. I've really, truly enjoyed it. It has enkindled in me a faith in the Holy Spirit and in the faith in God that I had never had before. I can't stress enough the importance of having true intimacy with God, and especially being vulnerable with Him, and not fear of abandonment, not fear of rejection. And that's one thing that I always had growing up, were these fears that seem to have enslaved me most of my life. And now being able to have this and have this faith study present and available in my parish has truly awakened a sense of relationship, a sense of commitment with God, to make Him truly center of my life. And it has done the same for so many others who I'm so glad to know and be a part of and be affiliated with. And so now going through this faith study, it has put me into a more, I would say, a stronger reality of what Mass is, of why we do what we do. And to mention, it's helped me to greater appreciate all that God has instituted in our lives through the church. And the church is truly beautiful. I just missed it for so long. I didn't see the beauty. I never asked the questions nor learned about why we do things and why they were so important, you know. So yeah, going to Mass every week obviously was an important thing for me and my family. But we tend to have missed out on the fellowship that was supposed to be part or built into the Mass. And so for me, the faith study was a way of connecting with others that went to Mass. It was good to be able to put a face to the name and to understand who they were, the people who were sitting next to me every week. That's the one thing that I didn't really know how to do. And so this faith study really pushed for building those types of relationships, the being able to connect with each other and to desire that connection, you know, each week. And since then, since this faith study has began, every single person that I have found or have met through this faith study has just increased my desire to want to be at Mass, to not only be there for Jesus as worshiping Him, but also to be there with my brothers and sisters who I want to see worshiping Him as well. And it's truly just been a great effort for for evangelization within the church. And that is truly what this church needs right now.